What the fuck? Is that, bro? Yo, what is that? What?
What the fish snatcher is this? Come on, man. This is why I do not do cat.
Spiritual realm. This how they really look.
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip 5, back again with another creepy video compilation. Let's get right into the video, y'all.
Shut up, it is not.
Did you have an actual voice in your head read that sentence out? Then congratulations, you might not be an NPC. Because only like 30 to 50%, usually people say it's 33% of people, have an internal monologue. I did not think this was real, okay? Until recently, I was talking to my boy Sam, and I was like, why are you constantly reading everything out loud? Like, he's not a dumb guy. He's a very smart guy. And then he's like, what do you mean? I have to read it out when I want to think about it. I was like, why don't you just read it out in your head? Like, don't you hear the voice in your head reading that out for you? And he's like, what voice? And I was like, what? This is not to say that those people are not as intelligent as the rest of us. It's that they think completely different. Now, for me, I usually, when I read out a sentence, I'll read it in my head. And if that sentence has specific words in it, like say the word elephant is in there, then a picture of an elephant will pop up in my brain as well. For him, and people like him, they usually just straight up visualize that sentence in their head. So if it's like the elephant went for a walk in the river, instead of like hearing those words in their head, they would see an image of an elephant walking in the river. But I think this just proved that there's actual NPCs out there.
Hey, I think the percentage is even higher than that. I think it's around like 70% NPCs on this planet. I didn't even think this was possible though. Let me know if you're one of those people that can't hear your thoughts. Comment below. I'm very curious. Like, how do you even think what's your next move? How do you even plan out the day? I have so many questions.
See this? Now see how people be looking normal in the physical realm? In the spiritual realm, this how they really look.
So Gene and I are out on yet another adventure. And last time we were out, I caught some footage that, quite frankly, has me a little spooked. And I haven't quite decided if I want to show it yet. Now, it's not the first time that I catch something in the background while we're recording. Like a deer that we didn't notice, or some hikers that we didn't see while we were busy winching the Jeeps out of a mud hole or something. But this was different. Now, I don't understand what I saw and I can't explain it. So if you have seen anything like it, please feel free to let me know what you think it is in the comments. Frankly, it has me pretty spooked.
Never captured any footage, but tonight was different.
This bug is living in your face right now and you don't even know it. This is called Demodex, a tiny face mite that lives on your face. Every single person has millions of Demodex living inside their face and there's no way for you to get rid of them. No matter how hard you scrub your face with face wash or ointments, the Demodex will still be there. When you're awake, millions of Demodex hide in your hair follicles where they cannot be washed off. They only come out when you're sleeping. When you fall asleep, that's when the Demodex start coming out. Demodex creep outside of your hair follicles and start crawling on your skin where they mate, lay eggs, poop, and eat the dead skin cells and oil on your face. Whenever you have direct contact with other people, Demodex eggs begin to be transferred onto your skin. A little bit of Demodex can be beneficial since they eat your dead skin cells and oil. But when your immune system isn't working properly, Demodex can be extremely harmful. When there's an imbalance in your microenvironment, Demodex on your face will reproduce rapidly. This can lead to what's called demodicosis, which can lead to itching, redness, and a rough sandpaper-like feeling on your skin.
This gotta be fake or something. My brain can't comprehend all of that shit. So now you're telling me there's hundreds of bugs named Demodex that's living on all of our faces and we don't know about it? This is one of those type of videos that you never needed to see. Let me know, do y'all think this is real or is it just something that we don't know about?
Bro. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Look at that.
A living dude.
And it's just like
oh my God.
That's disgusting. And this is
All
how
the
many
other
this
ones
is all
we've just
the
found.
shit we've found.
Said nowhere on it does it say it could possibly like
Contain bugs.
Like that's insane. So, and the expiration date May 10th, 2025. Bro.
That's crazy.
Explain to me how this is possible. What the fish snatcher is this? Come on, man. This is why I do not do catfish. This is why I do not eat catfish.
Let me know if this has happened to you before. Have you ever eaten zombie fish? Would you still cook it and eat it after you've seen that happen? You know, some people just don't care.
J-Lo's ex-husband claims that J-Lo sacrificed chickens for Santeria rituals. Oh, Johnny Noah married Lopez in February of 1997. When they were desperate to save their marriage, he visited an LA home of a Santeria guru with J-Lo. This is what he was saying. Noah said, quote, "We participated together in sacrifices of chickens and hens, and in one occasion, I was present when they were cleansing Jennifer with the blood of a hen, and herbs were passed over her body. Meanwhile, the godmother was asking the gods to cleanse Jennifer and save our marriage," he said. Noah testified that Lopez, quote, "was doing voodoo when we weren't married. She was doing bad things to a lot of people when we were friends. And I knew all this time because we did personally, me and her, to this particular lady." Noah added that Lopez did voodoo and, quote, "all this religious bullshit," unquote, to former lovers, including Sean Puffy Combs. She's been accused of doing voodoo on her ex-boyfriends, dude. Ben Affleck, Sean Diddy Combs, this Ojani guy.
It would make sense because they all look drained and miserable. Like they've had the life sucked out of them.
When you look at J-Lo track record of boyfriends, you see she have a long list of them. Is this why the relationships aren't lasting? A lot of these celebrities are involved in these type of things.
I'm here and you'll be the greatest guitar player who ever lived. All it'll cost you is your soul.
Okay, you got yourself a deal.
And just so you know, with this purchase of a soul, I will also give a soul to a child in need.
Yeah, I don't want that.
It's no additional cost to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my way of giving back out of my end.
Seems like it's probably baked into the price.
This is one of the most well-known, top secret adult clubs, secret underground clubs in Las Vegas. If you know, you know. All of the elite party people know. You see those lights coming out of there? Now, if you know, once you open this door, there's no turning back. So, I didn't shave, so I'm not going to go in there, but you can kind of see the scuttlebutt. And it drops like an elevator into the most elite nightclub in Las Vegas. Everybody who knows, knows. If you don't know, you're just not a part of it.
Yo, what the? What the? Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo!
Something is following me, and I can't tell what it is.
At first, he thought it was just his imagination. But then he saw it. A figure slipping in and out of sight, quietly trailing his every move. People say it's just a marten, but with each passing mile, its watchful gaze and steady pursuit became harder to ignore. Was it friend? Or something else entirely? The forest was silent except for his footsteps, and then a whisper of movement behind him. As he turned, he saw it, a shadow moving, too large for a simple animal. Was it a forest spirit? curious creature? Whatever it was, it stayed close, matching his every step, until he knew he wasn't alone in those woods.
Who do y'all think that animal is? You know, that don't look like no regular everyday animal. And you know, he said every time he turned around and was walking, it would get closer. You know, to me, it sounded like it was hunting for a meal. Let me know if y'all know what that is.
What if I told you we've been wrong about dinosaurs this entire time? They weren't those clumsy reptiles with cute little baby arms. No, they were something far more terrifying. They were dragons. And trust me, the evidence is way too crazy to ignore. The Chinese zodiac, right? It's made up of real animals. A pig, a dog, the tiger, the goat. They even got a rat in there. 11 real creatures. And then there's the dragon. Why would they throw in one mythical animal with 11 real ones? What if it's not mythical at all? Now, why do they show up in every single culture? From Europe to Asia, Africa to the Americas. Every ancient civilization has stories of these fire-breathing beasts. Why would these cultures, separated by vast oceans, all end up with the same creatures in their myths? That would be very strange if they all came up with the same thing. It's because they weren't myths. They were real. Now here's where it starts to get wicked. Think about the T-Rex for a second. You know how it's always drawn with those teeny adorable meme arms? Yeah, we all had a good laugh. But what if we've been totally wrong? What if those arms were never arms at all? Picture an ostrich skeleton, small arms, but with wings. The T-Rex. Those arms were wings, man. Massive, terrifying wings it once had in its glory. Don't believe me yet. Here's something wild. In a 1946 dictionary, you can actually find listed under the entry dragon, now rare. That's right, rare, not extinct. The term dinosaur, that wasn't even a thing until 1841. Before that, for most of human history, we called them what they really were. Dragons, the legends, the stories. Our ancestors weren't making things up. They were documenting history. And here's something else to chew on. Ancient recipes, dating back centuries, call for dragon blood, dragon bones, even dragon saliva. Not just a one-off mention, but many of them. Why would they list ingredients for a creature that never existed? How would you feel if you were baking a cake and then the recipe called for leprechaun hairs? So next time you see a T-Rex skeleton at a museum, don't think of it as just a dinosaur. Think about the wings it once had that tore through the skies. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is just a joke for entertainment purposes.
You know, in my opinion, I think these dragons existed during these ancient times. And, you know, overseas, they worship the dragon as if it's a real entity. You know, I think during the ancient times, I think this planet was more magical than we could ever imagine.
Oh my god. That is so good. Are you filming it? Yeah.
Oh, hey, how's it going? How you doing, man? What you're seeing is the plug going.
Hey, hi.
Oh, I didn't notice.
This is crazy.
You should pull that out.
Wow, who made this? This is nuts. Did you make this?
Jeremy walked by.
It's crazy, man. It's great.
I grabbed the plastic bag and just hang on.
He's gonna get taped like crazy. That's nuts.
Hi guys, good morning.
What? Doesn't let me record. What? Doesn't let me record. No, it didn't. Okay. No.
Freemasons wear this symbol, which is the same symbol for Gmail. The G is the Masonic G. The M is for the mother, because the woman holds a portal, a stargate into the physical world. That's why they wear it in the genital area. The mother makes you into matter, all M's. Once you are made into matter in the womb, she then delivers the male. Every single one of us came through the mother into the physical world. That's why they're so important. Feminine, nin is 9. Masculine, lin is line. 1 and 9 adds up to 10, which is the binary code of all creation. 0 is the cosmic womb. 1 is the masculine pillar. These are the only two numbers that truly exist. That's why man adds up to 10, and so does Adam. Because we are made in perfection with the numbers. 6, 9. 6 is physical matter, the cube. 9 is spirit, spirit and matter combined. The woman combines your spirit with your physical body. If you feel lost and don't understand reality, read these books.
You know, the Freemason apron and the Gmail logo is damn near identical. I believe these so-called Freemasons are the ones that hold on to all the secret information that can help the masses. You know, they got a lot of our hidden knowledge down in the Vatican, and you know, we can't access it. Only certain members can access that type of information. And you know, this information was stolen from our ancestors.
What the fuck? What is that, bro? Yo, what is that?
Let me tell y'all a true story. Be so boom, watch this video to the end. Who authorized this? TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. What the Shut up! Who did this? Stop playing with me, son. Who authorized that shit? I'm telling you right now, guys, you know what that is. You gotta pretend like it's a ghost. It's Shut up! So you mean to tell me this whole time a ghost? Man, stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys, and you see what they doing. What you gonna say? You gonna say it's Halloween, right? So why you never did that any other Halloween? Right before November. Stop playing with me, son. TikTok, this for entertainment purposes only. I'm only showing what they did to the Statue of Liberty. Shut up! Disrespectful. What is that? We all know what it is. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and they showed you. What you thought? You thought it was over? No, it's not. Shut up! The other question is, who the hell made that? Because we all know the Statue of Liberty is, and it's 305 feet tall. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and this just pissed me off. But I tell you one thing, if I go over there and I see that it's still up like that, don't worry, guys. True story, got this.
Wait, watch him. Watch him. Wait.
Damn, I need some new shoes.
Tommy, send in the shoes. Send in the shoes. Yeah.
Yep. Shoe set.
Wait, what? 90%? What?
You can't tell me this never happened to you before. This happened to me plenty of times. You know, more times than I could count. You know, they made it like a joke or whatever, but this is real life.
The sun is local, much smaller than we've been told. It's a divine luminary that provides life to us all, not a random ball of gas 93 million miles away. They've convinced you the sun is 400 times larger than the moon, despite appearing identical in size, seeing them at the same time in the day. And in reality, they're complementary opposites. They both follow the same path, rotating above us just as your senses perceive. They are what moves, not the ground beneath our feet. Triangulation itself is geometric proof of a local sun. It allows us to determine the distance of an object as depicted here above. The angles and distance between the reference points on the ground are all you need to understand that it's not millions of miles away. It's impossible for the sun to be millions of miles in diameter, or else we'd never see such dramatic changes in its size either. And the sun doesn't go over the horizon, or what we call a sunset. It simply leaves your field of perspective. We also see that the temperature of direct moonlight is cooler than the temperature of shade itself, thus further proving that these two luminaries are unique and opposite in nature. It also undercuts NASA's claims that the moon reflects the sun's light, as a spherical body can never reflect light in the same manner. Beyond the multiple examples in the Bible, Quran, and Vedas, and many other ancient texts, clearly stating our world is unique, stable, immovable, it's obvious to every sober-minded child and adult that the sun, moon, and stars, and planets, and every other light in the sky are what revolve over us. The sun tells the time, the moon tells the days, and the stars tell what month it is. A perfectly designed timepiece. It's imperative to those who represent evil itself to sever our connection with the Creator. Wake up. You live in the mind of God.
You are a slave. When you are born, you get a birth certificate. When a ship pulls up to its bay on water, it's called the birth canal. When they pull up, they get a certificate of manifest certifying all the products on the ship that bring into the country. When you are born in water, through the birth canal, you get a birth certificate, which is your certificate of manifest. This is because you are a product, and this represents your cooperation. This is why when you die, you're called a corpse. So when you get a letter and your name is in full capital letters, that is not you. That is the cooperation that you represent, and that is tied to you your whole life. When we were born into a copyrighted timeline, which is 2023, created by Pope Gregory in the 1500s, which he copyrighted. Therefore, on paper, we are born into a copyrighted timeline and he owns our bodies, which is our corporations. You're a biological battery. This is why you get charged in a court. And when you get charged in a court, you go sit in a cell, a battery cell. This is why cities look like motherboards, because we literally are electricity. We are bought and sold on the New York Stock Exchange, and that's what your birth certificate number is. This is us at the very bottom, the debt slaves. Above us you have the entertainment industries, government, education. All of this is to keep us down here. There's so much more that goes into this, people. Please follow for more.
You gotta pay attention to the words that they're using, to put all the pieces together. The information is out there. You just gotta search for it. And once you go down that rabbit hole, there's no turning back. This rabbit hole is a never-ending tunnel.
Because are y'all not scared that 23andMe is like actively trying to sell people's genetic information? Like, this is like huge. Like, it wasn't weird enough that all of their CEOs and everybody stepped down out of nowhere together at once. With the company facing all this bankruptcy with your genetic information, by the way, that you can't get back. Can't erase it. Yeah, they tried to sell to Ancestry, and even Ancestry.com said no because of antitrust problems. And with all this AI and new stuff coming out as it surrounds needing human information, this is scary that they would even consider selling to Ancestry. If you don't know what 23andMe is for, they are known for providing DNA analysis to millions of customers. Literally, approximately 15 million people put their DNA into this company in the last 20 years. So for them to be raffling off people's DNA for the highest bidder because their money's getting tight is fucking insane. It's scary. I know there's someone out there like, oh my God, what can they do with your DNA, bitch? That's biotech. Don't forget, Henrietta Lacks's DNA was stolen from her family, and it was found to be the only cell that could reproduce in a petri dish, and she was the reason that we had all type of immunizations. So your DNA, your genetic DNA, can be used for research and for breakthroughs in medicine and other weird, scary shit. They can even use your DNA to compare and do analysis on your entire lineage. Don't even get me started with the way that tech is going. If they can have people's DNA to synthesize with different techs, fuck no.
You don't know what they using your DNA for. There's so many endless possibilities. I even heard that with just a small sample of your DNA, they could create a clone out of you. Now imagine if there's like a private island and there's just a clone out there of you and you don't know about it. That's crazy when you really think about it. I'm gonna leave it at that though. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Be out, y'all.